Hi, this is Mark Barczewski, Cecil County Public Schools Technology Instructional Coach, and this video is for parents and students to show you how to use the to-do list and the calendar so that students can keep track of their work in Google Classroom. I'm actually going to close this one and reopen it later. Just to show you a couple of things to be aware of within the students' Google Classroom. Teachers are going to be posting due dates with assignments. In the spring, there really were not due dates. It was just a matter of trying to get the work done when you could. Now there will be a little stricter schedule and a few more expectations, including more work that is going to be expected in the fall. And you really are going to need to keep track of your assignments and make sure that you're completing everything that is to be done. And you can of course do that through the Classwork tab. If you complete an assignment and turn it in, it does turn gray. Otherwise it will stay lit whatever color your teacher's classroom is. This one happens to be orange. But even a better way to keep track of it is you can come over here to the stream. You can see what things might be upcoming things that are due. You can actually click directly on the assignment by clicking here, and you can even click View All to see all of the different things that are due. And that's only specific, though, to this classroom. If you want to see the things that are due in other subjects, possibly, or especially if you are in a differentiated classroom where you have a different teacher for math and a different teacher for reading, they're going to have things in a different classroom, so they're not going to show up here. Let me show you how you would access those things. So you would come over here, and every student has a to-do list. On the to-do list, it by default comes up to all classes, and they would see everything that is due in all of their classes that they have in Google Classroom, which all teachers will be using at the elementary level. And you will see that these are the assignments that are due. Now, these are past due assignments that this one example is actually from my child. Past due assignments that were on there from back in June. These were optional things that had due dates. But you can also zero in on a specific class. So for instance, this is just an example class with a couple things that are due, and you can zone in. So let's say maybe this was specifically a math class or a reading class. You would only see the reading assignments or only the math assignments from that teacher, and you can also see what is done. In addition, it might be even more helpful to see the calendar view. So each student has a Google Calendar. If they come over here to these 9 dots, they can click and come down to Google Calendar, and they will see all of their assignments that are due as long as the box for that class is checked off. You can see that there are other calendars on here, and the student can actually also create calendar events if they're interested in doing that. But when a teacher creates an assignment with a due date, it will actually automatically appear here. And if you want it to disappear, you could, of course, uncheck the box. Okay, if I wanted those classes to disappear, and let's say maybe I only wanted to see my math class assignments, I could have the math class checked, but my reading class, don't want to see that right now, so I'll have that unchecked. You can always bring it back and forth. Even if you want to adjust the colors of these, you can by clicking on these 3 dots and selecting a different color. If some of the classes for some reason happen to have the same color, if there are different teachers, that can sometimes happen where I might have selected orange and the other teacher selected orange as well, and you want to differentiate between them, you would just click these 3 little dots and select a different color for your preference. You can view it as a month. You can view it as what's due today. You could say what's due this week. You could say what's due, like I said, on the month level. You could go to a 4-day calendar. There are a couple different options here. You can even go to a schedule where it lists everything. Okay. There are a lot of options there. I like the month view, so I'm going to keep it there. And again, you can check and uncheck these. There is going to be another video where I will show you how to remove some of these. For instance, if this class is done, you no longer have that teacher. There's a way to remove that in Google Classroom so they don't show up, and I will show you how to do that so it's no longer active. Basically, that is going to be your best way to keep track of your assignments and what you need to do, and hopefully that will be helpful to you.